establishment within the city in terms of making home visits there was a discussion of knowing that masseuse was going out to a home. So there was the physical security aspect of it that that would be what I would bring up. But the only reason why I might be against it, I'm not saying I am, but is there any concern?
That's part of their business practice.
Yeah, I mean, they can choose not to do it. And
sure.
Obviously there is that risk, probably in any business. But I think I am in favor of leaving that up to the massage therapist, whether they want to take that call or not.
I don't see there's a real big difference between that or somebody delivering a pizza to an unknown address. Right. You don't know what you're going to run into.
Yeah, except that pizza that pizza delivery person doesn't come back in 2 hours. You know, you're gonna be able to. I mean, you'll
I think
be.
they've got something set up now where they notify the police department that they're going to an address, and just keep that in play if it's agreeable with the chief.
No requirement.
No, I don't wonder, but
No requirement.
That's why I brought it up. I just wanted to.
If my thought is, and I understand your point, Commissioner Griswold, on the safety issue. If we say they should have a log or make a call, then I believe it needs to be auditable, that they better have a process. We're going to have to hire somebody to make sure we audit it, and then if they don't do it, we put some teeth in it. Not just have it, say, oh, we have this, because if we require
it's not enforceable.
let's enforce it, and if they do not comply, there's a stiff fine attached. But I think that's government overreach in this business.
It's part of their business. This is their business. It's their business practice. So they manage their own business. I don't see where we need to get involved in that.
Yeah, and the other thing is, and you know, what do we have, a dozen massage therapists here? How many are there in town? 20 approximately. Let's call it 20. And I'm sure there's some competition. Let's say we put that requirement in, and I'm going to say 2 names, and I hope it's nobody's name that's a massage therapist. Sally calls and says, hey, Ruth's going out and doing it. She doesn't have a log. What are you going to do about it? You know, that puts us into, you know, we're managing this thing, and I think it's something that
I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't. And you were talking about a log at the actual, if there's an actual business like downtown, right? And I think that was some of the businesses that do that, there's no requirement right now to do that. Some of them are just doing it, right?
Right. You know, I would suspect someone would do it from a business standpoint. If I own a business, I have a couple of massage therapists work out of there, and payday comes, and the massage therapist says, you know, you owe me for 13 massages, and I'm the business, say, hey, I've only got you logged in for 12. Or, you know, however that might work. That's internal business.
The current ordinance does state that they have to keep a register of their clients. The current ordinance does.
But that's because we had it, the only way where you could give a massage was in a massage establishment.
Correct.
And now we're opening it, now I think the thought is we're gonna open it up. But we do have that, they must keep it, but do we audit that?
It's written in the ordinance right now, and I believe the way I still have it written is that they have to keep it, for, I think, 2 years, and it has to be if the police department or the city clerk's office wanted to review it for whatever reason, they would have to be made available to us.
So they have to keep a log.
Chief? Yeah, we're going to ask you a lot of questions, so get up here. Please come forward. I'm sorry.
Right now it says every person who engages in or conducts a permitted establishment.
Yeah.
Because again, that's all we have right now. Shall keep a daily register approved as to form by the police department of all patrons, names, addresses, hours of arrival, and if applicable, the rooms or cubicles assigned. Daily register shall at all times during business hours be subject to inspection by city health officials and by the police department, shall be kept on file for 1 year.
If it's at an establishment, that also means a home business, right?
No,
it could, if that's how we want to, if that's how you want, since we're expanding to home businesses now, we've already made that decision. I mean, that could be the discussion, whether you want to expand these same types of regulations to the home business, and then to the, if you want to open it up again, one more step more liberal to allowing travel, to what extent do these other regulations apply to that? So you may decide that if you're an establishment, you have to keep the daily record, you have to keep the sheets and the cleaning and health inspections. whatever it might be. You may decide as to home business that it's out of the list of 20 things that applies to an establishment. You may say only 15 of them really are applicable to the home business, and you may decide that as to traveling, we're gonna take, there's 5 out of the 20 apply to that. So there's gonna be a little bit of a review as to which of these regulations we have to establishments now that you wanna carry over to this new criteria, this new category, and then to this other new category, which of them apply.
Chief, your thoughts on that?
So since the last discussion, I've been thinking a lot about this, and I did a little, my question was, have we had to respond to something? The answer to that question is no. So today, I am not recommending that you impose this requirement on these folks. I think it's a fair point about plumbers and pizza drivers and all that. From a police chief, I'm worried about safety. I would strongly encourage all of the folks that are gonna do home visits to make that a part of your business practices, to ensure that you know where they're going, how long they're going to be there, and that sort of thing, so that in the event something bad happens, we'll have a place to start. I think that's the best way.
In a